Good evening, good evening. How are you? How are you? It is the one, the only Natural Lady Boss L Boogie. And of course, if you started seeing that last live that I started to do, you see that it was lagging. So that means I won't be doing any Facebook Lives from my tablet computer because it just won't work at all. It just lags no matter what. So I guess it says since I got this new Note 10 Plus and I'm sitting here, still have my S9 Plus, that I better make good use of these phones because this is how I'm going to be doing my lives from now on. But as you can see from the topic, and I had a great song going too, man. I had J-Rock playing Win, and it's perfect for this because as you can see, I'm actually wearing my graduation cap that I wore when I got my bachelor's. So I got my bachelor's a couple years ago. I'm not gonna say how many years ago, but I got my bachelor's a couple years ago. You know, and if those of you out there that actually know my age, shut up, don't say it. I'm proud. Hey Kim, hey Millionaire, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Colorado in the building. So, like I said, it's about my cat. I have my cat, and you saw the title of tonight's broadcast. It's all about 10 entrepreneurial lessons that you didn't get in college, and you probably won't get at any traditional school whatsoever. Yeah, I know, Rochelle. And you see who I'm wearing, right? Taz. It's just a combination of who I am. So if you don't know, I'm also streaming live on Periscope. You can follow me on Periscope as at the, I don't even know my name, Natural_Lady_Boss. So you can head over to Periscope. I usually go live first on Periscope, so I get more background and things on that on Periscope. But school is in session, so I hope you was paying attention when I said to make sure that you have your notebooks. I don't have my notebooks, but I have my pen, I have my paper, I have my computer, and I'm ready to teach the class on how you're going to graduate with these entrepreneurial lessons that you're not going to get at any school, right? So some entrepreneurial lessons basically can't be learned in the classroom. And it's so crazy that because when I was in school, I have my bachelor's, I have my master's, and everything that I've learned being my own business owner, having my own business, building my brand, I've learned none of this through the years that I went to high school, that I went through my bachelor's, and when I went to get my master's. Now here I am about to, I still need to narrow down the school. Like I've been trying to narrow down the school, but it keep changing, and I'm getting ready to go for my PhD. So it'll be Dr. L Boogie Grant in a few. But you know, the lessons that you get being an entrepreneur, you can't teach it. You can't teach it in a traditional classroom, right? So, but what you can get in a traditional classroom, which you should do as a business owner, you should take business courses. I will say that. Business courses, definitely even take some psychiatry, some psychological classes, sociology, things like that will really help. But a lot of stuff you have when it comes to business, you have economics, statistics, communication, marketing, strategy. All of that is vital components to running a business, right? But some entrepreneurial lessons need to be experienced to actually understand. So let's get down to it. You got your notebooks. I sort of got mine. So let's go. Number one. We're going to dig in right away. The first lesson, and it's actually the very most important lesson as an entrepreneur, get some sleep. You know, a lot of people say that, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when I make these millions. You do need some type of sleep. Whether, you know, we may not have the full 8 hours of sleep, because I can't tell you the last time I've actually had 8 hours of sleep, unless, never mind, I ain't going to say that, unless certain situations have happened and I've happened to stumble upon my other calling of mixology, and happen to have the whole house sleep. No, this is not one of those mixes. But you need to get enough sleep, right? So getting plenty of rest might not be a mind-blowing entrepreneurial lesson you was expecting, right? But it's the first on this list for a good reason, because sleep is the foundation of a good entrepreneur. What are you going to do if you're tired, you're aggravated? And trust me, a lot of us be very aggravated, and a lot of us hide it very well. But some of us, and I'm not going to name no names, but some of us really show when we're aggravated, and people just stay away, which is a very good thing. It's a very good thing. But your days in college, your days in school, your days as a parent, especially, you know, my single parents, if you was on Periscope, you know, I talked about kind of the difference between being a single parent and being a single parent. We'll talk about that at another day. But when you learn to pull these all-nighters, you know, when you're younger, you stay up to the crack of dawn, go to sleep for like maybe an hour, or maybe not even sleep. You just still going. You get up, take a shower, go up, and get going again. But as an entrepreneur, you have to prioritize sleep. It is so important. Just like I said, even if it's just 2-3 hours of sleep. Entrepreneurs, business owners, we rarely get sleep, but we need to get sleep to get re-energized, right? So you don't want to be stumbling around when you have a meeting, when you're talking to clients, when you're trying to gain traction for your business or anything. You're not trying to be all tired and yawning and everything. Just make sure you get some sleep, right? So the second lesson that you get is you want to create a fixed routine. So what you want to do is you want to discover what times you're most productive and schedule your day around your eternal clock. Now, I have no clue what's my most productive time. All I know is I'm not really a morning person. Never have been, never will be. The only time I probably was a morning person was when my child was a baby and he woke me up to eat. But other than that, I've never been a morning person. I'm still not. I stay at my family's house. They know, basically, don't even talk to me in the morning. Just say good morning, leave me alone, let me get myself together, and if it involves food, let me eat, because then I'll get myself together. But what you want to do is try time blocking, right? So time blocking is you reserve specific blocks of time for one task. And I actually started doing this where I'll take an hour out and I'm just focused on getting topics together for my upcoming show. So today's Wednesday. So today I'll get ready for Sip and Save Sundays on Power Mommy Moves. So I might not do it today. So I'll probably wait till tomorrow. But I usually will carve out an hour or two to work on that. And then I'll carve out another hour or so, maybe two, depending upon what exactly I have going on. And it's all about my business. I just had calls before I went live. Today I had like 2 business calls I had to make. So I carved out time to make those calls, and I don't have them back to back, which I'm so grateful for, because while I'm at work doing that and I take time out to go talk to a client, and then I get to come home, I have time again to talk to another client. So I have blocks set up. So you want to do that because, you know, it'll help you to tackle certain categories, right? Especially when you have an online business or any type of business, you know, you want to make sure that you tackle time out to schedule your posts. If you don't schedule your posts, at least set up what you're going to post. Maybe you want to start getting your pictures together. Maybe you want to start getting your words together. Like I do that. I'll screenshot pictures. I'll screenshot ideas. I'll look up stuff. But I carve out time so I have a I have an idea of what I'm going to do. I started my fixed routine, right? So, number three. Number three is actually from the ever so fourth richest man in the world, Mr. Warren Buffett. And he came up with the idea, well, he swears by this idea, is the 5-25 rule, right? So it's based on the Perito principle. Y'all can look that up later. I'm not going into that, but it's Pareto, the Perito principle, right? And this rule helps you determine what to focus on through elimination. Hey, Miss Friday Goins, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it so much. So, the 5-25 rule, it helps you determine what to focus on through elimination. Now, I've learned to focus on a whole lot by eliminating a whole lot of people in my life. It's so much easy when you just eliminate them, right? But what Warren Buffett suggests is that you write down 25 goals or tasks that you want to accomplish. Then you circle your top 5 choices. So when you finish this live, after you hear all 10, I'm a 525 you right now. So you're going to write down 25 overall goals that you have. Your goals, your tasks, whatever it is that you have to accomplish, right? Then what you're going to do is circle the top 5. Now, the time frame, that's up to you, right? So what you do is, what he says is, rather than focusing on your top 5 wish list by chipping away at the other 20, Buffett advises stay away from them at all costs, right? So the other 20, you're going to stay away from. This. It's not like they're not going to get accomplished. But right now, you're going to focus on those top 5 that you feel is most important of your goals and your tasks, right? So they no longer exist. They're not a distraction, but they're on your list. So now, number 4. Number 4 is practice the Perito principle. What I just said that you're going to look up, you're looking it up right now. I'm about to tell you. So Warren Buffett's 5-25 rule is derived from a principle coined by Italian economist Wilfredo Perito. He observed, and I'm reading from this because I didn't know this part. I had to look it up. He observed that the wealthiest 20% of Italy's population owned 80% of the country's land. Remember that 80-20 rule? It happens everywhere. We not Miss Friday Goins. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But since the Perito principle was created in 1896, it has been used by business and economic leaders to describe the idea that successful traits have far more impact than unsuccessful ones. So why should entrepreneurs care about this principle, right? Because you need to focus on the parts of your business that's driving your most successful results. So what part of your business is driving the most successful results, which makes perfect sense. If you're wasting time and energy on efforts that's not getting you any results, or even just a few of your results, then your brand, your business will never see its full potential. So I kind of like this, and I'm going to actually have to go in and research more because it makes perfect sense. You want to focus on what's bringing the traffic to your business, what's actually getting you your clients, what's actually getting you revenue. You don't want to think about or waste time on the things that's not gaining you any traction whatsoever. So if making posts is not gaining you traction, switch up your game. See what's exactly going to work. Maybe you have to start doing videos. I told this before. I don't like speaking. I hate being on videos. I only like, only time if I want to be on a video is I'm playing basketball, playing sports, If I'm watching a movie, great. Don't want to be on it. But I noticed that I get better traction with my videos. And I notice with my posts, I get better traction when I put a picture up than just words. So you got to feel what works for your business, and that's what you need to focus on to gain what you want, is your most positive results. So number five on this list next of entrepreneurial lessons you're not gonna get in college or any traditional school is master time management. Now, I know some people are horrible at time management. I'm not saying I'm horrible, but I do all right. I do all right when I want to. I can master time management. Sometimes people just irritate me to the point where I purposely do stuff just so I don't get it done. Now, it's not hurting me because it wasn't for me. But don't tell me what to do. Don't order me what to do. But, I'm growing. Every day I get better and better. So now that you know what to focus on, now it's time to focus on your time management, right? So it's easy to lose focus. You get distracted. You have family. You have outside obligations. You might have a full-time job like me. I have a full-time job, a full-time business. I'm a full-time mom. I'm a full-time caregiver to my mom. So I'm stretched pretty thin, right? And it's just crazy that I actually have time to do it all. Maybe sometimes I feel like I should be under a table sleep just so no one bother me, but I can't stray away from my goals, right? So every minute counts in the life of an entrepreneur, right? Or any working professional, but we're talking about us entrepreneurs right now. So you're juggling multiple projects at one time. There's so many different tips when it comes to time management, but I found two notable strategies, right? Now we're going to see what this says. So it says the Pomodoro timer. This is the simple but brilliant method of using a timer to work. I don't know about the timer so much because it's loud and it's annoying. And if I catch a migraine, then I'll probably end up throwing the timer. So I got to see how that works. But what you're going to do is you're going to set a time to work distraction for 25 minutes. So after the 25 minutes, you're going to reward yourself with a 5-minute break. So you're going to work for 25 minutes straight, no distractions. You're going to have your timer on, but then afterwards, you're going to reward yourself with a 5-minute break, right? So stack these time slots throughout your day, right? And you'll see results. So you might have to spread it out pretty much because we are given 25, Lord have mercy. We given 24 hours in a day. So if you have to slack out your first 25, you take your 5-minute break, then you stack on your next 25, no distractions, then you take a break. Then you might have to take a longer break depending upon what your life and you have going on, right? Then the second one is you want to bullet journaling. So bullet journaling is a popular tool. It's based upon a simple system where you could track your goals and your tasks. So bullet journaling for entrepreneurs is a healthy activity to incorporate your morning routine. So it helps you get your day in order and prioritize your to-do list. So I might try the first one more than the second, but like I said, the timer go off, and if it makes me mad, then I might have to throw it, and then I'll be starting all over. But I'll try it. You can't say you haven't done it unless you try it. Number six is one of the life lessons that you get as an entrepreneur that you're not going to get in college or any traditional school is, I hate to say it, but it's actually not true. It says, kiss your social life goodbye. Now, you just have to make time. Now, what it says is, yes, you're going to have to give up a lot. And yes, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I'm not gonna, sell you short with it. You do give up a lot. I've given up a lot of time to spend with my son. I've given up time to spend with, my really, really close family. But in the meantime, my close family, they know that I'm grinding hard to get what I get. But as my son, when he was younger, he didn't understand is, well, mommy, why are you always traveling? Why are you, why are you always going to Atlanta? Why are you going out the country? I'm like, well, I need to get away from you for a little while. But that's just single parent talk right there. But, I had to make sure, and I still do it, I have to make sure that my son is going to have not what I didn't have, because I had a lot growing up. Even though I had my stepfather, I had my mom, there was still stuff that I had to deal with. Even though I had two parents in the house, there was still a whole lot of stuff that I had to deal with, and I want to make sure that my son has basically what I had growing up. I had good grades, I got what I wanted. Plain and simple. You give me good grades, you get whatever you want. Good grades, you want a PS5, I want to see some good grades. Now, I'm about to cop me a PS5 because I deserve it. Because after all the time he was playing with my PS4, and then I finally got his, I stopped playing mine. Now I'm going to have a PS4 and PS5, and I'm going to make it happen. But you want to make sure that you do take time out. You don't have to completely kiss your social life goodbye, because, I'm in a company. It's a phenomenal company. Hey, Mark Bates, thank you for joining. That's another single father out there, y'all. I'm telling you. And why did all my papers just fail? Really? Hold on 1 second. This don't make no blasted sense. And my hat fell. I told you, when you join me here at Power Mommy Moves, you never know what you get. I can't believe this is actually my hat. So, now I gotta fix my papers the way I was at. I hate it. See, that means I'm tired. I'm really tired. But it's alright. So you're not kissing your social life goodbye. Not completely. And like I said, being in Nove, yes, we have trainings. We will have trainings. It'd be an entire weekend. And Friday we coming in. There's times super single. Yes, Mark said he's super single. So definitely hit him up. But Periscope, you following me on Periscope, hit me up. I'll introduce you to Mark. He's pretty cool dude. He's pretty cool. But, with Nove, we would come in on a Friday. Sometimes some people came in on a Saturday. And we would train all day Saturday, right? Then Saturday night, we would go out, have fun, or we just hanging out wherever the place is. And then Sunday, we're back up training again. And then Sunday night, everybody's out. So that was part of, you do have a social life when it comes to being a business owner. But you have to make sure that you're not, everything is just not curving into one. You're not doing so much partying and not working on your business. And then you won't want to do so much that you're just only focused on your business that you neglect sleep. That's one. Your social life could just involve sleep. It may not have to be hanging out with people, but you definitely need that people contact, So, number 7. And I like number 7. When I read it, it was so funny. Because I've had this conversation with so many different people. But number 7 on the list of entrepreneurial lessons that you won't get in college or any traditional school, hug your haters. Now, I'm not hugging my haters, but I say what's up to my haters. And like Cat Williams says, if you don't have enough haters, make sure you go out and get some more. Because a lot of your haters is not going to say they're your haters. Of course, why would they do that? They'll be right in your face, smiling and everything, and behind your back, plotting your demise. Go ahead, because I'm going to win. I'm going to win. But you're probably like, why should I hug my haters? Especially with this COVID, I'm really not hugging my haters. You know, those who doubt your business, you know, it says it's a tip. Use those who doubt your business as a way to improve it. So your haters are doubting your business. They're doubting us in Nove. They're doubting that we can help people achieve an 850 credit score. They're doubting that we're going to have multimillionaires. They're doubting that Nove. They doubted from long ago, and Nove has been in existence 5.5 years. We'll be celebrating 6 years. They doubted our demise. They was like, you're not going to make it past the first 6 months. You're not going to make it past a year. You're not going to make it past 2 years. You're not going to get to 5 years. We're going on year 6, and Nove is still going strong. We still have it. So yeah, haters, that hug is for y'all. I would do something else, but I don't want my mentors to get back at me like, Boogie, why'd you do that? But if certain people know me, you already know what I'm thinking. So, hug your haters. If someone leaves you a poor review, you know, ask them why they gave you the review. If they are hostile and everything, of course you're going to stand back and everything. But make sure you smooth it over, you know, with a humble response, or inquire how to correct the situation. Because a lot of times people have bad things. Exactly. 5+ years strong and we're still going. People will have a reaction to something that happened within the business. You know, me being a credit and financial education specialist, I hear it, oh, this wasn't removed from my credit. You didn't increase my credit score. Like, no, I didn't increase your credit score, but I definitely didn't get your credit score down to 300 either. So the same way that you took time to spend money, the same way you took time to have this bad finances, these bad credit, it's going to take time to get your credit back to greatness. It's not with a snap of your fingers. It's not going to be with illegal things that will be on your credit later on. You think within 30 days that your credit is going to be good. You're going to make sure that you can go apply for this loan. And then after the 30 days, this stuff is back on there. You know, haters help you build your business. It help you see where things might be wrong. You know, they might help. The criticism helps. But in the end, Nove is still going strong. Nove is still going strong. If you're still in business 6 months after people told you you're not, if you're still in business 2 years after people told you you're not, make sure you hug your haters. Make sure you cheers. Do a cheers to your haters. Make a post. That's what I want everybody to do. If you know you have haters, if you know your company have haters, if you know your business, if you yourself have haters, I want you to take a picture, tag me in it, cheers, and just put cheers to my haters. Thank you for your help. I'm going to do that with my cat. You know, so we have to thank them because it just makes us better. It's going to make you better. Number 8 is, if I make sure I have this right, is done is better than perfect. Now, a lot of people want to make sure that everything is perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. We know this. There's no such thing as perfect. You want everything perfect, yes. But you want to make sure that things get done. So you want to become better in your business. You know, you want to be stronger. You know, so it's a message to force all of us who endlessly tweak projects rather than finish them. That's what done is better than perfect means. So if you're the type of person that do it, Kim, I'm telling you, everybody, I'm sorry, I had to get back to the hug your haters. Everybody, even if you're catching the replay to this, I want you to definitely take a picture. And I have a big glass. Like I had Mommy and Mimosas, which is going to be happening again sometime in August. And I have a big champagne glass, like big. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to post it in a little while once I get off this live, and I'm going to share. and say, thank you, haters. Thank you for making me better. Thank you for making my company better. Thank you for making my brand better. Thank you for making my business partners better. We appreciate it. But you want to make sure, let's get back to number 8 real quick. You want to make sure that you're not just tackling and making sure that one particular thing is perfect. You know, nothing is always perfect, but you want it to be its best. You want it to be its greatest. But you want to make sure that the project gets done. It's done well. It's done good. It's done honestly, instead of done perfect, sloppy, and it just doesn't make any type of sense. So no matter how brilliant the idea is, something has to be, until something is built, created, or brought into fruition, it's not advancing your business. Until your idea becomes a tangible product or a purchasable item, it's not feeding your business, but instead drawing valuable attention away from what is producing sales. So you want to make sure that you're not focusing so much on drawing away the valuable attention from your business, from you, from whatever you're selling, whatever your service is. You want to make sure that it's producing sales. So you want to do it right. You want to have it perfect, yes, but you definitely want to make sure you're doing it right. Now, number 9. Number 9, something that a lot of us know when it comes to Nova University, when it comes to just being in business, when it comes to being a person. As you get older, never stop learning. Number 9 is never stop learning. I remember when I was going to school, when I got my bachelor's, you know, everybody's proud of you. They like, yeah, you got your bachelor's. In between, after I got my master's, I went and actually got a certificate for medical terminology, you know, and a couple of people was like, oh, you just a super student. Yeah, but this super student is making super money. And these same people that had stuff about this, that said, they asked me, well, how do you get the job working for the city? Could you help me get a job with the city? No, because when I was out of work for 5 years, didn't nobody help me get a job. Nobody was like, yo, give me your resume. I'm going to put it in here. I didn't ask nobody to get me the job. Just help me get into the door. No one helped me get into the door. 5 years I was unemployed. So I took that time during my 5 years and I learned more. I learned medical coding. Did I ever use it? No, because right after that, I ended up getting hired with working for the city of New York in my first agency I worked for. But you never stop learning as an entrepreneur. You're learning for yourself. You're learning for your family. You're learning for your business. So never stop learning is one of the lessons that you won't get in college. You won't get it in high school. You won't even get it in junior high. I'm telling you right now. But what you want to do is think outside the box. It's not just about books. You know, we used to have this library in our company, you know, where we would go back in this back office and it was thousands of excerpts from books, thousands of things that we can read and print out. And I used to print it out and I'll read it, and I still actually have them, and a lot of them, you know, I'll probably start doing my lives about. So you're gonna remain a student, plain and simple. You know, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you're always gonna learn, because you don't know everything. We don't know everything, and I'd rather listen to somebody who's been where I've been than to listen to no one who's never gonna be where I'm even at right now. Point blank with the period. Boop. Just like that. You know, not everybody's going to have the same story, because what fun would that be if somebody had the same story as me? You know, but I'm going to listen to my mentors who have been a single parent, who have been raised by a single parent, who have been broke, who have been really, really broke. You know, we've all been financially challenged at some point in time of our life. So I'm going to listen to those because they're making millions of dollars. They have successful brands. They have successful companies. I'm going to listen to them than someone who, what I said, is a hater, right? But like I said, you want to just not think about reading books, the audio books as well, listening to. You want to go see people in person, not now with COVID, but YouTube has plenty. I listen to Bob Proctor. You want to listen to your affirmations. You have so many people out there that are actually good people, not just somebody that's trying to sell you a dream. There's actually good people out there. I'm one of them, by the way, that want to see you succeed. So you always want to remain a student. You never want to stop learning. And number 10, when it comes to life lessons that you'll get as a entrepreneur that you're not going to get in college or any traditional school, don't be afraid to take chances. A lot of times, you see a good thing and it's a good thing. A lot of people that me and my business partners talk to, I know they can relate. We talk to somebody and the person, you can see it in their eyes, and they'll even tell you, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what the community needs and things like that. But they're afraid to take that step. They're afraid of what other people will think, what other people will say. You're not going to get nowhere if you constantly think of what somebody else is thinking, what somebody else is going to say. You're not going to get. So you have to take chances. Don't be afraid to take chances, right? You need to step out the norm and take a risk because it sets your business apart. Because you started your business today, because you decided to step out and not listen to the haters telling you, no, you can't have a business. No, you're never going to be wealthy. You may not be a millionaire, but I bet you be a thousandaire more than they have. That's because you took a step and you took a chance to have it, right? So how is your business different? How are you different? Because you took that step more than other people took that step. And it might not just have to be in business. It could be a step in buying a home. Now, I work for the city of New York, and I've worked for 2 interesting agencies. And I've heard a lot of excuses why they will not get a job because of, I don't even want to get into it. I've heard excuses why they won't get a job. I've heard excuses why they would rather stay in public housing making $200,000 than to go buy a house and not have to deal with pissy elevators. So you're going to complain about all the stuff that's wrong with housing, make all this money, drive a nice car, everything. Your apartment is set up wonderfully, but you're afraid to take a chance. Why? Because you getting free light, free water, free gas. Nah, I'd rather pay all of that and have a good peace of mind, right? So when you take chances, that might have been something you did learn in school. Not everybody. But when you apply it as an entrepreneur, building a business takes more than just taking a chance. You need to take calculated risks that's going to set you apart from your competitors. Discover how your brand, products, offering, how the company culture, how your customer is unique, and shout it from the rooftops. Take chances, but use them to put yourself ahead. Don't stop learning. Take chances. Get rest. Hug your haters. Cheers. All of these things that I gave you, all 10 tips that I gave you, the 10 lessons that I gave you is lessons that you learn outside of college, outside of the norm, so to speak. These principles won't be taught in classrooms ever, except for if you're in Novae University. And if you want to know more about Novae University, you can ask me, or if the person that shared this broadcast with you, if they're in Novae, ask them, what exactly is this Novae University? And if anybody reaches out to Mr. McCambry, tell him we might need to have graduation for Nova University, because I'm actually feeling my cap now. Not the gown, just the cap. But make sure that you take these lessons, and run your gameplay, run your plan for your business, because it helps. A lot of things, like I said, the Perito principle, I'm going to take into effect. That 25-minute block and then get a 5-minute break. I'll probably end up with more than 5 minutes, but it has to be 5:25. But I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I know I had stopped for a while. I was trying to revamp, and I was getting myself together, and I'm working on some other things at the same time, stretching myself thin, of course. But I'm back doing it. Today is always going to be Wealth Wisdom Wednesdays, but I changed the name to Win It Wednesdays, because it's time for us to win. Especially us single parents. Like, it's time for us to win. I'm tired of hearing, that, oh, you can't own a home as a single parent. You can't have a business as a single parent. You decided to be a single parent. There's no way on this God green earth that I decided to be a single parent. But things happen, maybe the next round I won't be a single parent. Who the hell knows? If I am, I done did it once. I know I could do it again. But make sure that you take these lessons and apply it, because they help, they work, and you may not want to have a business, but trust me, you might want to start looking into it, because what we've gone through with this pandemic, with the justice system and everything, you definitely want to have not a backup plan. You want to have the plan to make sure that you are successful in life, So that's going to be it. It's time for me to take off this hat and put on the mommypreneur hat, put on the chef, put on the housekeeper. I forgot what other titles I have. I have so many titles. But it's time for me to get ready for all those titles. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you share this broadcast with friends and family. Share it with your haters. Cheers. If you're catching a replay, make sure you hashtag replay gang. Let me know where you're chiming in from so I can shout you out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and I will see you on Sundays for Sip and Save Sundays. Don't forget to get your glass ready. If you got a mug, you got a glass, make sure you take a picture, tag me in it, and we're going to do cheers to our haters. You guys have a good night. Peace.